Picture this. The dawn sky is still the color of bruised peach when 3 dozen T-Rexes slam their tails and explode into a dead run. Riders crouch low, hair whipping behind them like battle flags. 20 tons of predator aiming straight at a wall of living tanks that hasn't budged since midnight. Speed versus steel, bite versus bulk. When the dust settles, only one side gets to brag around tonight's campfires. So, quick bet, are you putting your money on the jaws that ended the Cretaceous or the armor that evolved to stop those jaws? Welcome to a war that's half fever dream, half rock-solid stats. Two kingdoms, the Sunstone Empire and the Ironhide Dominion, have burned through iron, arrows, and goodwill. Their last card, Dinosaurs rebuilt for war. No myth, no fluff, just fossils, physics, and a straight-up cage match between Rex Cavalry and Ankylosaur tanks. Grab a drink, we're diving in. Meet the Sunstone T-Rex Cavalry. The eastern steppes belong to Sunstone. Endless grass makes for perfect Rex racetracks. Why pick a T-Rex? 3 reasons: speed to close the gap, bite to finish it, and a roar that makes grown legionaries with their sandals. Speed first. A Rex can hit 30 kilometers per hour in a sprint. Sounds slow until you remember it's 8 meters long and heavier than a school bus. Riders perch in feather-light carbon steel saddles, bolted just behind the neck. Stirrups wrap the ribs so the rider doesn't become a human bullet on impact. Then the bite. 35,000 newtons. Think industrial shredder meets angry crocodile. Add a bronze war mask with forward spikes, and you've turned a predator into a battering ram that bites back. Finally, pure terror. A Rex's roar funneled through bronze throat cones hits the battlefield like an air raid siren. Most infantry bolt before the first claw lands. Downsides: Rexes are divas. They'll tear through 200 kilos of meat a day plus supplements. Any campaign longer than 2 weeks means supply wagons juicy, undefended supply wagons. And once that first charge stalls, turning a Rex is like steering a freight train with a canoe paddle. Meet the Ironhide Ankylosaurus tanks. Up on the volcanic plateaus, the Ironhide Dominion mines iron and obsidian in equal measure. Their answer to cavalry, Ankylosaur's 6-ton herbivores born wearing bone armor and upgraded with riveted steel scales. Imagine a Sherman tank that eats ferns and holds grudges. Armor's the headline. The natural osteoderms are already 2.5 centimeters thick. Weld on overlapping steel plates and hinged skirts, and you've got something that laughs at crossbow bolts and shrugs off glancing Rex bites. Weapon of choice, the tail club. A single swing delivers 14,000 newtons, roughly the same energy as being whacked by a medieval mace, except the mace is made of living bone. One hit can pulp a thigh or cave in a rib cage. Crew of 3, driver forward, crossbow gunner in a swivel howdah, spotter waving signal flags like he's landing jets on an aircraft carrier. The formation's a staggered chevronade deep, for wide gaps timed for tail arcs. Weak spots: they're basically tortoises on rocket skates. Minus the rockets, top speed is a leisurely 8 kilometers per hour. Outflank them, and you've got a line of angry, immobile bunkers. Plus, Ankies have the rear view of a cargo van. One sneaky spearman with a grudge can cripple a hamstring before the crew knows what's up. Pre-battle analysis: let's run a quick side-by-side. Speed, Rex 10, Anky to armor, Anky 10. Rex for bite damage, Rex 10. Anky to blunt damage, Anky 8. Rex 3 range, Anky 6 crossbows, Rex 0 morale shock, Rex 9. Anky 7 translation. The fight's a coin toss. Grassland favors Rexes, canyon corridors favor Ankies. Sunstone's plan is beautifully dumb. Line up 50 Rexes, blow the horn, and hope the charge doesn't trip over its own feet. Ironhide expects exactly that. They park on a low ridge with boulder fields guarding the flanks. Ankies can squeeze through, Rexes can't. The battle, Redridge Valley, dawn. Fog slithers off the river and swallows the first 200 meters. You can't see the Ironhide line until the Sunstone riders crest the ridge. 10 seconds, Rexes snort steam. riders raise obsidian-tipped lances. Across the way, the Ironhide commander hoists a black flag. Hold until tail range, charge, the ground quivers. 50 Rexes hit top speed in 5 heartbeats. Riders scream, but the sound's lost under 400 tons of dinosaur bearing down. First crossbow volley sparks off steel. Ankylosaurs plant their feet, tails up, impact. A Rex clears the front rank, jaws clamping an Ankylosaur's neck crest. The tank pivots, tail whistles, and the Rex's spine folds like a straw. Another Rex rips through shoulder plating, but the tail club answers with a crunch that folds the rider in half. Momentum dies. Rexes bunch up, honking like angry geese in a traffic jam. Crossbows pick gaps, riders drop, Rexes panic. Howdah gunners switch to spears, stabbing down at exposed necks, then the flankers arrive. 5 Rexes weave the boulder maze and burst behind the tank line. One Ankylosaur topples, leg sliced, the rest wheel slow, inevitable tail clubs carving arcs of broken bone and morale. Climax time. A riderless Rex goes berserk, latching onto the Ironhide commander's mount. Jaws crush the skull crest, the Ankylosaur rears, tail coming down like a wrecking ball. Both titans collapse, still ripping at each other as the valley floor drinks their blood. Sunstone horns sound retreat. 9 limping Rexes make it back. Ironhide loses 7 tanks but keeps the ridge. The battlefield becomes a butcher's yard of steel, scales, and silence. The verdict: Ironhide wins the day. Armor plus discipline turned the cavalry's opening punch into a slow, grinding loss. Rexes need open ground and quick kills. Ankies just need to stand still and keep swinging. Under Red Ridge rules, tanks beat cavalry 7 out of 10 times. Flip the terrain. Open plains, no rocks, maybe add lighter Ankies, then the math tilts. War's messy that way. So, strategist, what's your next move? Double down on Rex shock troops or mix in Raptor skirmishers to screen the tanks? Drop your dream roster in the comments. And hey, if you ever wondered how Triceratops war elephants stack up against Stegosaur shield walls, you know what to do. Hit subscribe and ring the bell. More prehistoric carnage is on the way.